The second criticism is that I was a bit of a hypocrite for writing girl bosses into this film when I'd spent so much time calling that shit out in Hollywood movies. And to this, I'd suggest rewatching the film a little bit closer. You might just be surprised by what you see. For example, Anya's big fight scene happens in the warehouse near the end, where she takes down several operatives using a combination of a knife and close-range gunfire.
I don't want to work for another outlet ever that isn't about letting us have freedom and creative control to talk about the things as we honestly believe they are and review things as we honestly believe they are without worrying about losing connections to the studios or the precious actors or directors. And it's why I hate the hero worship that we have going on ad nauseum all the time now with all of these creatives. Like, cut it the fuck out. Like, cut it out. Just honestly analyze and honestly look at the things they're doing. Other than Tom Cruise, because that's my personal ad nauseum. But other than Tom Cruise, everyone else is going to get my honest opinions and analysis of the situation. So, yeah.
I'm not cognitively impaired. You know what I'm saying? No. But I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in New York City, right? And
he says, what happens with Cottontail sits horribly with me. It was a great up-and-coming business, but I destroyed it with my ego, as well as all of the people that are owed. So he's admitting this from his own account. The person that hit him up said, well, that and you were running a Ponzi scheme. I did your numbers at one point from the info I was given. He said, yeah, I was running a Ponzi scheme. You fucking idiot. You idiot.
So hard to get into. I don't want to give it any more breath. Not a denial. It was a bummer of a thing that happened. Break that apart. A bummer. A bummer is like you go to the surf shop and they're out of your favorite, like, you know, oil or whatever. This is not a bummer. This is not a summer bummer. This is a vicious assault on a defenseless kid. You bullied him because he wanted to be cool like you. A bummer of a thing that happened. It didn't happen, John. You did it. You assaulted somebody.
The game is called No Mercy, a game for PC that claims to include non-consensual sex and incest and was made available on the platform Steam. But how real is this and how did it become available in the first place?
I can't speak to it, but obviously, because you're talking about it, you know, there are vibrations, you know, reverberations, same as everything before, you know. But I was happy I'd done my work, you know.
For me, the heart of this movie was not Mexico. We weren't making a film about a country. We were making a film about 4 women. Yes. And these women could have been Russian, could have been Dominican, could have been Black from Detroit, could have been from Israel, could have been from Gaza. And these women are still very universal women that are struggling every day at trying to survive systemic oppression and trying to find their most authentic voices. So I will stand by that. But I'm also always open to sit down with all of my Mexican brothers and sisters and with love and respect, having a great conversation on how Emilia could have been done better.
You just went off because you don't like, you thinking I'm doing something with AI and you just upset. But you never asked me. You never asked me. Think about it, John. You know you're wrong. You never had a conversation with me. You just went off of a title. Everybody did.
Who posted it though? Who posted it?
But yeah, a guy, you know, interviews, they're gonna make it look like something. We already knew this. We knew, but the conversation was to get this conversation of talking about AI. We're talking about something that people are not having a conversation about, and it's gonna leave us left behind if we don't figure out solutions.
But my best friend and I, when we were in 10th grade, we had like crazy crushes. We would drive around, like stalk these guys. We decided one night to go to the arcade where they were, and I put bronzer all over myself in a Scary Spice fro, so I thought they would think I was like a Black girl, and so I could stalk them. My friend dressed up as like this goth girl, and we literally sat outside their houses.